Right on, right on, right on.
Anxiety. My alarm went off. All of a sudden, I started experiencing intense anxiety. I couldn't sleep. One night, I was up wide awake until 4 a.m. It was horrible. At first, I felt that the new can of coffee I'd recently purchased had been laced with some kind of chemical that caused this reaction. Because on 2 other occasions I have been affected by a beverage product with anxiety, and it seemed the logical answer. Yes, I quit drinking the coffee. I have had coffee every day for decades. I would say that I'm a heavy coffee drinker, usually a minimum of 4 8-ounce cups per day. When I quit, I fully expected to have a major headache. But to my surprise, I didn't feel anything but some lethargy, which was a comfort after the anxiety I'd been feeling. After a week of no coffee, the anxiety never completely resolved and started amping back up, so it wasn't too much coffee. Then it occurred to me that I had been eating less. I've been eating high protein, high fat, 0 carbs for a couple of years now. My hunger has adjusted down, with portion size decreasing over time. I felt I had accomplished something when one day I wasn't hungry for the second meal. I felt good about the decrease, but I think I cut back too much. I think I wasn't eating enough, and that's why I became anxious. My body was screaming for nutrients. I'd set off my alarm system by not eating enough. Mid-August, I had started eating fish daily, hoping to get a wider range of nutrients. Then on the 30th, I started tracking macros to get an indication of those nutrients. I used Chronometer, which is a carb-based tracker that considers exercise and consumption. It has now incorporated in the payment plan intermittent fasting, etc. When I first started on this journey, I tracked macros to get an indication of where I was and to build a habit of eating correctly. Knowing that it can only provide an indication and nowhere near an exact is helpful. I started having the anxiety going into September. I'd purchased the new coffee early August and opened it in late August. The timing seemed to indicate that the coffee was the problem, but even as I quit drinking it, the anxiety never went away completely. I longed for my comfort zone, and I tried to figure out how to get it back. Then it occurred to me that it might have something to do with calories. The first next action was to consume more. The results were immediate. I felt better and I slept better. I had slipped back into not caring, getting things accomplished, and that motivation returned. I would say that I've got my comfort zone back, and I drink coffee again. So then I started to look at the documentation to see if there were any supporting clues. I'm not a statistics person, so I'm just guessing here, but this is what I looked at. I graphed the total number of calories for the period to get a visual clue. Then I averaged the number over that period, and then averaged the part where I noticed I'd been eating less during that time, and those numbers meant to me that I was correct in deciding that eating less was the issue. Yes, I could be up in the night, but sorting out issues that arise can be a bit difficult. We all must deal with the changes that occur when we make changes to our way of doing anything. I calculated the total number of calories I need to consume and compared that with what I'd consumed. According to the calculator for needed calories in relation to BMI, I should consume 1,881 per day. On average, I consume approximately 1,736 with a range of 368 to 2,313. But during the 2 weeks that caused the issue, I was at 1,545 with a range of 368 to 1,887. I will watch how I feel in relation to that information and go from there.
Hey, thanks for watching.